The dispatcher said the call lasted exactly 4 minutes and 13 seconds. But for the last 52 seconds, no one spoke. There was only breathing, wet breathing, wet breathing, and something else moving inside the house. The recording was never released to the public. Most people don't even know the call happened, but one retired operator uploaded part of the transcript online before deleting her account. Forever, people who listened to it noticed one detail. The caller never screamed, even when the others started dying. It happened during a thunderstorm outside a small town in Missouri. A family of 5 lived at the end of a long dirt road, surrounded by trees. No nearby neighbors, no cameras, no streetlights, just woods. At 1:16 a.m., a 911 operator named Carla received a call from a teenage girl whispering into the phone. At first, Carla thought it was a prank. The girl sounded calm, too calm. She whispered, "I think someone is inside our house." Carla asked her name. The girl. He hesitated. Then she said, "Kayla." Another loud thundercrack shook through the call. Somewhere far away, a dog started barking. Carla asked if Kayla could lock herself in a room. "No," she whispered immediately. "If I move, he'll hear me." That's when Carla realized the girl was hiding. She lowered her voice and asked where her parents were. "In their room downstairs." "And your brothers?" "In bed." Carla started typing fast. Police dispatch was sent immediately, but something felt wrong already. Kayla kept pausing between words, like she was listening to something inside the house. Carla asked if she actually saw someone. For a few seconds, there was silence. Then Kayla whispered something strange. "I saw him standing in the hallway earlier." Carla frowned. "What did he look like?" Another pause. "He looked wet." Lightning cracked again. Carla asked what she meant by wet. Kayla answered in a trembling voice now. "Like he came out of the lake." The dispatch. Cher felt chills run through her body. There was no lake near the property. Carla told Kayla to stay calm and keep talking quietly until officers arrived. Then Kayla whispered something that changed the entire call. "He was smiling at my little brother's door." A loud creaking sound echoed through the phone. Kayla suddenly stopped breathing. Carla whispered, "Kayla." "What was that?" The girl answered so softly Carla almost missed it. "He's upstairs now." Carla immediately asked if she could see him. "No, but I can hear water dripping." Drip, drip, drip. Even through the static, Carla heard it. A slow dripping sound somewhere close to the girl. The operator tried to stay calm. "Kayla, listen to me carefully. Officers are 6 minutes away. Stay hidden. Do not make noise." Then Carla heard another sound. Footsteps. Heavy, slow, above the girl. But Kayla was already upstairs, which meant someone was walking on the roof. The footsteps dragged across the ceiling, then stopped directly over her. Kayla started crying quietly. "He knows where I am." "No, honey," Carla said quickly. "You don't know that." But deep down, Carla didn't believe her own words. The footsteps vanished. For 10 seconds, everything went quiet. Then came the sound of a bedroom door opening downstairs. A woman screamed. Kayla covered her mouth instantly. "Mom," she whispered. Carla sat upright. "Kayla, stay where you are." The screaming stopped suddenly. Too suddenly. Too suddenly. Then came silence. No struggle. No footsteps. Nothing. Just rain outside. Carla asked if she could hear her mother. Kayla didn't answer. Instead, the girl whispered something horrifying. He told her not to scream. A cold feeling spread through Carla's chest. "What?" Kayla's breathing became shaky. "I heard a man talking downstairs."
"What did he say?"
Another pause. Then Kayla repeated the words slowly. "Your daughter is awake." Carla immediately told dispatch to update respondee. NG officers. Possible armed intruder. Multiple people in danger. Multiple people in danger. Then she asked if Kayla could escape through a window. Kayla crawled quietly across the room. Carla could hear fabric moving and soft breathing. Then the girl froze. "What's wrong?" Carla whispered. Kayla sounded terrified now. "There's someone outside too." Carla's stomach dropped. "What do you mean?" "There's a man standing near the trees. Thunder flashed again, and he's looking at my window. Carla stopped speaking for a second, because she realized something impossible. If someone was outside, then who was inside the house? Kayla suddenly gasped. Oh my God.
What?
The man outside. Her voice cracked. He's smiling too. Something banged loudly downstairs. Then came running footsteps. The child, screaming. One of Kayla's little brothers. The scream ended with a choking sound. Carla shouted into the phone, telling Kayla not to move, but the girl started sobbing quietly.
That was Mason.
Another creak echoed through the house. Closer now. The bedroom outside Kayla's hiding spot slowly opened. Carla held her breath. No sound came for several seconds. Then Kayla whispered so quietly, it barely sounded human.
There's water coming under the door.
Carla felt frozen. What? It's black. The girl backed away. I think it's moving. Drip. 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 The sound returned. Only louder this time, almost beside her. Then Carla heard something else. Breathing. Not Kayla's. Another person breathing directly into the phone. Carla's blood ran cold. Kayla, she whispered carefully. Are you alone? No answer. Just breathing. Wet breathing. Then, a man's voice. Very soft. Almost. The call crackled violently. Kayla screamed for the first time. Furniture crashed. The operator heard running footsteps, crying, and something slamming against walls. Then silence again. Carla shouted her name repeatedly. Finally, Kayla picked up the phone, but her voice. I sounded different now. Distant, confused. He's in my room. Carla tried to keep her calm. Where are you hiding?
In the closet. Can you lock it? Yes.
Another pause. Then Kayla whispered something that made Carla nearly pull off her headset. He's asking where my face went. The operator's hands shook. What does that mean? Kayla began crying harder. He keeps saying I took the wrong face. A loud scratching sound dragged across the closet door. Slow. Patient. Like fingernails. Then came a wet knocking sound. 3 knocks. Kayla stopped breathing. The scratching stopped too. And for one horrible second, everything was quiet. Then the closet door exploded open. Kayla screamed so loudly, the audio distorted. Carla heard crashing. Then the phone fell. For several seconds, only muffled sounds echoed through the line. A child crying, water dripping, heavy footsteps. Then, chewing. Carla ripped off one side of her headset. She couldn't believe what she was hearing. The sound lasted nearly 20 seconds. Wet, slow, animal-like. Then another voice appeared. Not Kayla. A little boy. Why is Dad in the bathtub? The dispatcher felt sick. Officers finally arrived outside the property. Carla heard police radios faintly through another operator's headset. Units approaching the home. Front door open. No movement seen. Then one officer entered the house. Over the call, Carla could hear his footsteps moving room to room. Then he stopped. The officer said something over the radio. His voice shook. There's blood everywhere. Another officer entered, then another. The dispatcher begged them to find the children. No one answered her. Then suddenly, one officer screamed. The radio exploded with static. Another officer shouted, "Get out of the..." The transmission cut instantly. Carla stared at her screen in horror, because the 911 call was still connected. But now, there were no voices, only silence. Then Circa.
Amy, the breathing again?
Closer than ever, as if whoever was inside the house was holding the phone inches from its face. Drip, drip, drip. Almost a full minute passed like that. No one speaking, no movement, only breathing. Then, right before the call, disconnected. A voice whispered one final sentence. Not a man. Not a woman. Something else. Still hiding? The line went dead. Police backup arrived 11 minutes later. Every officer who entered the house was found dead. Some bodies were missing parts. Others looked down. Even though there was barely any water inside the home, the parents were found in the bathtub downstairs. Their mouths were filled with black lake water. The 2 younger brothers were never found. Neither was Kayla. But the strangest detail came later. Investigators Searched the property for days. No footprints, no fingerprints, no signs of forced entry, nothing. Except for one thing. Behind the house, deep in the woods, officers did. Discovered an old abandoned well covered by rotten boards. The smell coming from inside was unbearable. One detective looked down with a flashlight, then immediately backed away. When another officer asked what he saw, the detective refused to answer. He retired 3 weeks later. And according to Carla, the dispatcher who took the call, something terrifying happened months afterward. One night, while working late, she received another emergency call. No number, no location, just static, then dripping water, and a familiar voice whispering into the phone, very softly. Operator. A long pause followed. Then Kayla said something that made Carla quit her job the next morning. He followed me out.